The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us. We have the Dow Industrials up 11, Nasdaq up 39, S&P's up 9, gold contract up $2.90, trading at $13.05 an ounce. We get silver up 9 cents, $15.42 an ounce. Light sweet crude flat, $58.57 a barrel. Notes and bonds, bottom line, they still want higher price. You get the 10-year note down one tick, 122.29, 30-year off 2 at 146.04, and they're just laying underneath those January highs. King dollar down 100 ticks, trading 95.950. The euro's at 113.47 and 1 US dollar. The yen is trading at 111.5, and the pound is at 132.30 to 1 US dollar. And that pound and euro just waiting for what Theresa May and Parliament's going to do.
They got 11 days at least to push it back, right? March 18th, 29th is the deadline.
29th is the deadline, and what the propaganda is over the weekend, folks, is that Theresa May is not going to bring this unless she has a chance of winning tomorrow on this vote. Now, that's be pretty intense because she's lost so dramatically both times.
Yes.
And the hammer on the other side is that, well, guess what? If we don't get this through, you might be waiting a year and a half on an extension.
Okay.
You know? And so what you do have, you know what I didn't realize? What I didn't realize is the Irish backstop. But what's happening is that the Irish backstop is that they were actually leaving that border open, and that's what people are fighting about.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is like, I thought they had closed it and they were fighting about that, but they're actually leaving it open, and that's what that whole fight's about.
Yeah.
So that's what's going to be running, folks, our U.S. dollar, you know, and the metal market this week. You know, so we'll see how that whole baby shakes out. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Boeing's in the news again, and this is part that they definitely don't want to be in the news.
Surprise, not good news.
Right. So you're at 369 right now, and you get that high volume low that's going to get tested, 363, and we'll see what else comes out. And what the news out there this morning is that they had too much control over their processes, which, you know.
Yeah, that the FAA had kind of heeded control to them to kind of, as they went through the regulatory process of, you know, approving that new plane, et cetera. Yeah. That's
going to, well, we'll see what ends up happening.
As I've been saying, right? It's not a story that's going to end tomorrow or anytime soon, I imagine.
It's not. It's definitely not. Some of the higher, and what did happen so let's go back to Friday for a second, because what you had Friday, folks, is that you had quad riching, you had rebalancing of many of the indices. And what you're going to see here, you had monster volume. We came in on the NYSE, you did 2.7 billion on the NYSE. When you take a look at the NASDAQ composite, I think 3.4. So when you look at the market now, what that means for me at least, okay, that I want to see, good, we've done it. I want to see this market get over the highs, which the SPY just did. The SPY high Friday was 282.21 or 282.53. Because now what ends up happening is that you actually have a high that has volume. So the way that I look at that, well, that's real. So, you know, you're going to push over it, and we'll see whether it can handle it, you know, on the way up. We go take a look at the NDX 100, which is the strongest indice once again. The leader out here today is Marriott. That's up 2.5%. Netflix is up 2.2. You got O'Reilly Automotive up 1.9. Taken away from it, Facebook down 1.8. Electronic Arts 1.6. Tesla 1.3. Let's see where Tesla is right now. 271. Must be getting close to the lower end. Oh, it is. Look at this. So this is going to get interesting with Tesla. What is that number there? 270. So Tesla's coming into the last swing low of the 5th of March. You blow that out, and you're going to be down this other side, which is 249. This is quite a consolidation.
A little bit of volatility there.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Seriously, man. 249 to 374. That is volatility in spades. We're going to take a look inside the Dow Industrials now, the strength versus the weakness. We got Goldman. So you get Goldman putting 29 positive points, Apple 12, Boeing's the culprit, that's 67 negative, Disney's 10 negative. Oh, the Disney folks, right? This is just pretty amazing. Now picture I don't know if they're going to have this story here, but this is pretty amazing. There was a headline story in our papers here last Saturday, and what it was about, all the prices went up in Disney, in the Disney World. Is Disney World Orlando, right?
Disneyland is Orlando, and then the World is when you branch out to the world. No? Disney World. No, Disney World's Orlando,
Disney
right?
World, yeah. Well, the prices went up astronomically, folks, right across the, and it's like, it's amazing that
when you said last Saturday, you're talking about Saturday which passed, or 10 days ago? Okay, okay.
Yeah. And the prices went up astronomically, folks, and they're still expecting to get, basically full. And what they've done, they get prices that swing up and swing down.
Okay.
But I was looking at those prices, and it's a heavy number. And they do deals for people in Florida in the summer, but let's see.
I think they have Florida pricing throughout the year.
Okay.
No? Yeah, there's always, if you're a Florida resident, different pricing.
Okay. But anyway, they're still going to be taking in some money.
It would kind of make sense in that everybody already knows Disney's at astronomical prices. So what's the point if it's, what's the problem if it's a little higher? It's already crazily priced. So it's probably, they probably have that ability.
And they get so they get a new Star Wars deal. That's what they're basically pushing out. Pretty wild. So if we take a look at Disney, let's see what that baby is doing today. Okay, so you're still in a consolidation. Just curious as to what they actually. Yeah, they're still growing steadily.
Yeah.
Nothing huge, but last year they took in. Oh, actually, it's about the same. Huh? Last year they took in 59.4.
Yeah.
They're looking at 60.5. Yeah, so that's not that big. But what is big, parks, yeah. Oh no, that's just the revenue. Okay. Yeah.
Decent numbers, right?
Oh, they're definitely decent numbers. There's no doubt about that. The price tags on them were pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody goes to Disney and price shops almost is what happens, right?
Right.
As in, you're going to just
save a lot of money if you go to Disney. If you have
Exactly.
2 kids and bring them to Disney, man.
Watch out.
That's a big number.
Yeah.
Our phone number is 877-927-6648. If we go take a look at those bonds, you're going to see those bonds, folks. They're just sitting under the highs. We're very close to the lows for the last 12 months. You can see this 10-year laying out at 122.30. January 3rd is 123.17. We pushed with volume on Friday. It was decent volume there, 1.3 million. Now it's going up to 1.7, I believe. Yeah, 1.8. So you're going to need more volume, but this thing's laying there, man. It's just laying there for higher price, lower yield, which, it's like, okay, when we take a look at our yields.
It's like 2.6, right?
Yeah,
Right. 2.594. Yeah.
Look at that, 2.594, low for the last 12 months, 2.553.
Yeah. So basically, we're at 2.59, low's 2.55. Talking about 4/100ths of a percentage point.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow down 6, Nasdaq up 35, S&P's up 7. Come right back.
The TAS Profile Scanner is the most revolutionary piece of trading software that you will ever try. Wouldn't you like to approach the markets with confidence? As you begin your trading day, it's likely that you'll be faced with lots of decisions. In order to make the best decision, the first thing you'll need is a strategy that will help you minimize your risks. Whether we're in a bull or bear market, a good strategy is to have the tools needed to help you scan and analyze the markets before you trade. The TAS Profile Scanner instantly scans and filters over 2,500 global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, president of TAS Market Profile, the TAS Profile Scanner understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications, automated trading algorithms, and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. Whether you're looking at the trade matrix, the ETF heat grid, the market breadth, the landscape charts, or the many other features of the TAS Profile Scanner, this is a piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the markets and set up your trades. The team at TAS has even put together a 12-part video series to walk you through every aspect of the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find directly on the TAS order page at TFNN.com. Sign up now for only $97 a month with a risk-free 30-day trial, so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. See for yourself how you can harness the full power of the TAS Profile Scanner by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services section. Remember, with a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Don't let another day pass you by without trying out this amazing piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the market and how you place trades. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 3, Nasdaq's up 36, S&Ps are up 7.5, and Deutsche Bank and Commerce Bank, folks. It's going to be pretty wild watching this thing shake out. So picture something. You look at Commerce Bank, right? Let's see.
We're looking at Deutsche, right?
Yeah. Market cap 19 billion, right? Now, if you want to see something that is unbelievable, these are 2 sick dogs in Germany, but that's basically. They're going to basically get these guys together. And so Deutsche Bank, $125 in 07. And, who knows whether they actually have any money or not. But bottom line is that they're going to basically get together with Commerce Bank. The government's going to give them their blessing, because over in Europe what ends up happening is that when you're laying people off, it's a big deal. So there's going to be about 30,000 people. We'll see politically how this goes as it's going forward. And they're going to try to basically save a bank. If you want to just see how bizarre this is, that the bank's worth nothing. Bank of America is $286 billion.
Sure.
Right? And they both started 129 years ago.
Okay.
And they were both used to be powerhouses, and they both basically went down the tubes. So it'd be like imagine the U.S. having weak banks like that, and then you try to put them together?
I don't have to imagine. We were just there.
Oh, yeah. No.
Citibank, Bank of America.
Right. No. But that's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah. Pretty wild.
Yeah.
SMHs. So Friday, you had the semiconductors. They had some action in them. And, SMHs, you can see we went 104 to 107. Your high out there is 108.18. That's on the daily, and we'll see whether they can basically eat into this top of the consolidation. Your high out there is March of 18 at 114. I believe that's the high. Yeah, it is. So you're still at a high end.
Sure. And what do we? I think we had. Which one? It was Broadcom came out with their. Just Friday. There was then they were all rocking and rolling.
Yeah. Avco got
one more time.
AVGO. Yeah, no doubt. Look at that.
And even today, extending kind of.
Yeah, and that's over its high. So the high there is 285. You're 294.
Decent looking chart.
Yeah, it is. Oh my God, look at that. That's,
Right.
that's a one-way chart. NVDA. Let's just go look at NVIDIA.
Yeah.
Because that hasn't come back. Which, look at that.
Yeah.
Down from.
Not quite as decent looking of a chart.
Amazing, actually.
It-
292 to. Well,
Turned on a dime up there, almost 300.
it did. Facebook. Look at that. It's into the gap almost. What's that? 159.59, hit 160. Yeah, that thing still wants to get back into that 150.
Is there news on them today? Maybe it's just an extension of
Yeah.
that unfortunate.
Right. Going from these social media companies, it's going to be interesting watching, how this whole thing shakes out, meaning platform-wise and how governments basically come into them.
Yeah, regulations.
Yeah. Let's go over and take a look at that oil market. Yeah, so last week, it got its head up above that 58 bucks, 57.81.
Okay.
You're at 58.97. There's not much on this other side. I mean,
No, we haven't seen 60 since that bar, November 13th.
right.
Looking at that daily.
And that's when we went from 60 to 55. So that thing is game. And what is happening, is that we're coming into the spring, but the summer won't be far away where people start driving more again.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
the dollar index, is still hanging tough. That we're on the M contract right now, which is the June contract, and you can see the volume today is no one's selling.
Sorry, where? I mean,
46, only
Okay.
4,600 contracts.
and how's that compared? Is it?
Normally, if we
Okay.
had some volume, that would be running about maybe 7,000 right now.
Yeah,
but
no, now I can see at
that's-
least the bars underneath where it's hit
that's-
20,000 even, and some days last week.
That's really anemic.
Okay.
So, and that's the indication, folks, that we've had going all the way back. You get one day with volume down, maybe a second, and it dries up like a second. It's the same on the way up. That's so the bulls and bears are still out there fighting. And what I expect you're going to see, it's going to be all about this the pound and the euro.
Yeah.
And in both cases, they really look like they want higher price to me. The pound is hanging up here at the 132. You bring this back, and I think it's 140. That's kind of, what's that number? Yeah, 143.
Okay.
To get a launch, that 132.98, though, you can see that that's
Yeah.
still hanging there.
Yeah.
And then the euro's getting up there a little. Rejected that lower price and it's just inching up. And you put this back on the euro, there's really not a defined, it's not
Sure.
it's not like the pound. The
No,
pound looks
right.
like it wants to go there. This is like, okay, well,
Yeah.
let's go sideways for the next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what's going to be some action out here this week, man.
How about Apple? So Apple talking about they got a new iPad, I believe. We'll go into the news afterwards,
Okay.
but getting a little bit of a pop.
Yeah.
And they're still going to have is it March 24th, 25th that they have an event going on, and that's going to primarily have to do with their streaming
Okay.
service. So they're just talking about this morning, you're talking about the iPads. Well, the iPads, of course, play into streaming, right? Everyone's talking about their streaming.
Yeah.
So yeah, they got a new mid-tier full-sized iPad and a new iPad mini. So the company debuted a new mid-tier iPad with a larger screen and introduced the first iPad mini update since 2015. Pretty remarkable in 2019. So that's the mini first update. The announcements Monday come a week before the company rolls out a media and entertainment bundle designed to compete with Netflix. Good luck on that one. So the new iPad Air, 10.5-inch screen. They got a lot of products, man. I almost can't keep track of them, and my mind always reverts back to when Apple was really performing poorly, and I'm talking about when Steve Jobs was pushed out a while back.
Right.
And the first thing he did when they brought him back in, he said, we got like 30 different models, whatever it was.
Yep.
Get rid of them. We're going to have one model. We're going to have two, whatever he did.
Right.
And I feel like Apple's doing the same exact thing. Can you tell me how many iPad models they have?
No.
I have no idea. I think it's
Right.
probably 5 or 10 or 15 or something.
Right.
And that's, you know,
No,
it's...
you can see it.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
So-
no doubt.
So the new iPad Air is 10.5 inches. That screen size is larger than the 9.7-inch, $329 model, designed for education that Apple launched last year. The iPad mini, a device that some consumers have been seeking an upgrade for, continues to use 7.9. The larger iPad introduced today, they got a smart keyboard,
Okay.
Apple Pencil stylus, A12 processor,
Okay.
step up from the A10. The new models still use a home button, fingerprint scanner. I have an iPhone, familiar with that. The new iPad mini model starting at $399, 10.5-inch starting at $499. There's going to be a quiz on this. Get ready.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but the market kind of liking it, up $2.
Well, you know, it's interesting. I've seen more people, like, even walking around with the iPad.
They were just talking, are you sure they're iPad? They might be, there's so many competing.
Yeah,
That's
could
what
be
they
anything.
were talking about.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 5. You get the Nasdaq up 37. S&P's up 8.5. And this is sad, folks, that this guy's a young guy, man. I always liked his thinking.
Alan Kruger,
Yeah.
fortunately passing away, only 58 years old.
This just come across the tape.
Yeah, literally a few minutes ago.
There's no cause given right now, but
Yeah, so he was the chair of the Council of Economic Advisors under Obama. He was also the chief economist at the Department of Labor under President Clinton, and he had a position at Princeton.
Right.
It's escaping me right now, but that was his current Princeton economist, but I forget his title. But
Wow.
yeah, unfortunate to say the least, right?
That is sad.
Yeah.
That's like, when I first saw it, I'm saying to
So,
myself,
yeah.
hold on, that must be the wrong name.
No,
'Cause I
you were
knew-
pulling it up on Bloomberg, and I'm sitting here on my phone, and I was reading about it as well. That's,
Wow.
Yeah.
877-927-6648. I want to go over and look at this. Let's see. Where am I going to go to the top? I got to find this because I found the other bank, folks. I had a hard time finding the other bank first. Here it is. So where do you see this? So Commerce Bank, CBK. I'm going to bring this up in Germany. So this will be in euros, trading $7.60 euros. But wait till you see this too.
so
Now,
yeah, $9.5 billion company for this guy.
yeah, and so when you see this is like, I mean,
Not a good chart.
no, this whole thing about putting two bads together and you're hoping that you're going to get a good is pretty intense. And it's going to have to do with okay, so that's $282 down to 282 euros down to 760. And what that's going to be about, so let's just see employees here. So they have 49,000 employees.
Yes.
Then you go DB, and we look at Deutsche Bank, and they have 91,000.
Yeah, it's taking them to 130,000 employees between the two of them.
So they're going to try to get them together, and then, bottom line, see if they can start trying to make some money here.
Yeah, so after months of informal talks, you have the CEO of Deutsche Bank finally getting the green light he needed to proceed with negotiations on a tie-up with crosstown rival Commerce Bank.
Right.
So the finance minister agreed not to oppose the tens of thousands of job cuts needed to make a deal between Germany's two biggest publicly traded banks work.
Two biggest, it's a mind blower is that, Germany's still a powerhouse, and it blows my mind that those are the two biggest banks, but yet they're so weak. So
Yeah, right.
there's money there somewhere.
Yeah. In the preceding days, you had the employee representatives at both lenders announcing their opposition. So that's probably what put things a little bit in flux, right? And then you had the finance minister coming out and saying that he would support it. So 30,000 positions, more than 1 out of 5 of the combined workforce.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. It seems like that they're just allowed to go with the negotiations, though. That's a big step, for sure.
Oh, for
But
sure.
that just means they get to negotiate. So that deal is not done to put things in
No.
perspective.
And then politically, what's going to happen is that when those jobs have to be cut, it's going to be a problem. It's
Okay, before
Yeah.
I just wanted to see even deep job cuts for some, while investment bankers get bonuses, could also strain the optics. I would say so as well, man. But two dying companies, man. They got 140,000 jobs. The goal being, I'm sure, to save as many of those as they can.
right
Yeah,
where they both could get on the tubes.
yeah.
And the government's not going to let that happen. That's for sure.
So initial reaction from Merkel's office suggested top coalition officials aren't on the same page over the prospective merger. Her chief of staff told the newspaper that saving jobs was a government priority, adding that Germany doesn't need a national banking champion. There are still plenty of hurdles to clear. So talks are going to be focused on how much capital the deal would require and whether it should come and where it should come from. On the other hand, Commerce Bank would probably have to take a hefty charge on its holdings of Italian government bonds, which it now values at a premium to the market price. Well, that's not good. On the other hand, Commerce Bank's market value is way below the value of its assets, so Deutsche Bank may be able to add the difference to its capital base.
Wow, what a mess.
Yeah. And you would expect them to rise, as in they got a lot to deal with, but, the market's trying to factor in the probabilities at each step along the way, right? And they got the finance minister's approval. That's going to increase the probability that it will go. It doesn't mean that it's going to put it at anything close to 100, but you got Deutsche Bank up about 4.3%. You've got Commerce up about 7 on that news. So, yeah, they got to sell that deal to the ECB and other banking watchdogs. May be more difficult. Senior regulatory officials say their focus is on the bank's ability to deliver on the difficult integration and promised cost savings. So annual expenses could eventually be reduced by more than 2.2 billion euros, or
That's a big number.
Yeah. Check that out. Still just a small fraction of their overall costs.
Wow.
Yeah, and we've gone through it before. You can have a company valued at $10 billion. They might be enormous, though, but they just got a lot of debt. They got a lot of problems. So, even saving $2 billion on a company only valued at...
And a lot of bad paper.
You're right. So combined synergies will need to exceed 3 billion euros annually, we think. But given stringent labor laws, strong unions, and slow adoption of mobile banking delivery will take time. They got a lot to work through.
They do,
this thing just keeps going, man.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
And listen, hey, we'll see where it shakes out. But you can see that big numbers. Oh, and then if we go to the other side of that world, and that,
think one more time.
This is electronic payments, folks. What is it? World FIS bought WorldPay. Right here it is. Right. Look at this deal. They're just eating everything up. So Fidelity National Information agreed to acquire WorldPay, $34 billion in cash and stock. Biggest deal ever in the international payment sector. This is all credit cards, man. This is just back office payments. And this company's getting huge, man. I mean, they just...
Yeah, that's FIS, right? That's where they go.
I think they just bought First Data. I remember a couple months ago I was sitting here saying, wow, one bought, let's see. Okay, so FIS focuses on software behind the payments for retail banking.
For retail and banking.
Yeah.
So they're going to assume that debt and bring the enterprise value of the deal to a $43 billion.
Pretty amazing, man.
So can you just go back up? So that's one more. So Florida-based FIS will own about 53% of the combined company, and WorldPay investors holding about 47%. So the transaction, essentially, they're going to expand FIS's capabilities by enhancing its acquiring and payment offerings while increasing WorldPay's distribution footprint. So WorldPay shareholders receiving $11 a share in cash and 0.9287 of FIS share, which is worth a combined 112 and 14% premium.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you get a larger market, of course.
Right?
Yeah. Boy. It's amazing. Everything's plastic, man. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Yeah, plastic or just right on the web, man. Nothing, right?
Yeah, right.
In terms of in your phone. So WorldPay FIS takes the top spot, so this largest M&A deals in data processing. This one inching up to that 40, and there's the...
That's when they bought First Data.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. This they call it Fiserv here. I'm not sure if that's the same.
It's the same, yeah. FIS is Fiserv.
I don't know why they would put it in two different names there if it's the same company.
Yeah. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Yeah, and who's going to buy Square?
So I don't think Fiserv is, and they're talking about that in the den as well, that they're not the same company. Okay. No? Is that not okay to say that? Okay.
It's fine to say it.
You don't seem like it might be.
We'll find out.
Okay.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the Tax Opportunity Zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get the competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials up 2. You get the Nasdaq up 34. S&P's up 7. Yeah, so these two companies, one's Fiserv is the company that bought First Data, which is in Wisconsin. And
FIS, I believe.
FIS, which is in Jacksonville, is who just bought WorldPay today, right?
Correct.
Let's take a look at some of the high volume equities out here, and we'll see what kind of volume we do get out of here today, folks. What I expect you're going to see, this volume will die down. So you get GE up 17 cents, Apple's up 198, Walt Disney's taking a hit, that's down 240. Boeing's still Boeing's down, that's down $8. Square is off 190. Tesla. Let's go to Square for a second, because that will be, they'll end up fighting about this too. So Square right now, that takes revenue, well, this year they're looking to take 2.3 billion. Took in 1.6 last year. You can still see they're growing like wildfire though.
Yeah.
36% in the United States, 55 internationally. Decent numbers, no two ways about that. The gold contract, what gold's trying to do, folks, and it's having a tough time doing it. The equities are, and it's getting through this March 1st downdraft. You can see that downdraft there. That's when we went from 1316 to 1291, 343,000 contracts. We pushed into it the first time with 214, then 248. Friday only at 235, and today we'll come in maybe around 200. But that's what's stopping it right in its tracks. So we're going to need that good old U.S. dollar to fall apart in order to basically get up into higher price. DAX. Oh, go ahead.
No, I got nothing. Go for it.
The DAX in Germany. Well, actually, this check this out. Last night again in Asia, this Shanghai has some action, man. And I'd still wait for a decent pullback, but you're going to see. You talk about volatility, man. This thing is on fire. Look at this. It's up 2.5% last night. If we go back to the highs, the 7th, then it went down 4% overnight. But you can see that that's nothing when you actually look at it a week later, right?
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
we started out January 4th at 2440, and you're at 3,096. And when you bring this up, you're going to see that this is how this thing likes to trade, man. When this goes, it's a one-way route, either up or down. Last time we rented 51.78. See how this thing handles 35.87. Because what did happen, now, you know, it was so long ago that, here, let me bring that up again. It was so long ago that I actually forgot that this is what the difference is. There's a lot of differences, but what does happen in China is that when, there we go, when this market started falling apart the last time, the government put restrictions in that you couldn't sell.
Yeah. And they didn't do too much.
No.
They only slightly probably delayed the collapse.
Right. You know, because we still went from 5,100 down to 2,440.
Sure. And even most of that happened, right? Where did we get to on that one? 28.50.
In 3 months.
Yeah, in like no time, as opposed to stretching out almost 3 years. That was, yeah.
That's pretty intense. Yeah, and we'll see if that's, you know, if that's going to be another bottom that's laying out there, though. It'd be pretty ironic that that's what it is when we have the tariffs on and everything else, and you know. But I can see how that shakes out.
Yeah, the tariffs. They are they on right now? Are they on, right? I know they're talking about, but they're not. They got extended, right? Is that why it's popping, maybe, or?
Well, they're still on.
Yeah.
They just haven't gone up to 25%.
Okay.
You know, that's,
Yeah.
So natural gas. Oh, you see all that flooding over the weekend? The flooding out there is on the Midwest is insane.
I did not actually.
Yeah. Look at that natural gas. So we'll come into the spring and our natural gas decides it wants to go higher. 283. Yeah, so the flooding out, they had those big storms out in the Midwest, and then evidently it must have got warm quick, and they had some monster flooding in Nebraska.
Bummer.
Yeah, and that's you know, that's corn country, of course.
Yeah.
It's cattle country, and all the calves are getting born right now, so they have to grab the calves quick,
Okay.
warm them up quick, and you know, see where this whole weather deal goes coming into the summer out here, no doubt. Small caps. So the small caps on Friday, folks, failed again. These babies, you know, we're going. Friday got to a high in the IWM of 155.87. You got 156.31. You know, we'll see whether it can hold it. It's what's stopping it in its tracks is that downdraft from the 6th of March. That's when we went from 156.08 down into 152. 29 million shares. Now we get 5.7 million shares, which is not bad for an hour and 15 minutes. Let's see if we can get any action going in that baby. The XLE. Man, not much action here. So 2.5 million shares already. Now this couldn't hold on Friday. Any of these equities or even ETF structures, folks, that couldn't do something on Friday, you want to pay attention to, because it's not that it was a huge day, but what you did do is that you were pushing into those highs and you did have volume. So if there's an ETF structure that doesn't have that type of volume, that's a heads up. There's no two ways about that. We get over and we take a look at the South African Rand. If you're in any of these South African gold stocks, you can see the Rand's at 14.45. Now, the weaker that gets, the stronger the gold stock should get. Harmony's right now trading at $2. This looks like it's still into consolidation. Yeah, it hasn't been able to. Let me put this on a 10-year. Yeah, this hasn't. We've been trading the same place since December of 2016.
Yeah.
And you know what happens in the South African case, folks, is that yes, they have the gold, but for the amount of ore that they get out of each amount of gold they get out of each ton, it's so minimal that they need a big price of gold, then they need a weak price of the Rand.
Yeah.
Because then their expenses are in Rand dollars, they get paid in US dollars.
Yeah.
Different ball.
No, cheap expenses in your currency and
Right. No, totally.
Yeah.
What's interesting, you know, like McEwen, right? This is having a hard time getting traction.
Kind of holding at those lows.
It is, and that short position is still 17.52%. That went up this week again. It was 17.02. So it's like, it blows my mind. Imagine being short of stock is $1.67. I can't picture it.
52-week low, $1.61.
Yeah.
So right there.
Right there. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 25, Nasdaq is up 48, S&P's up 10. So let's go to the composite and look at the composite. So composite, yeah, up another high. You know, when we go back, 7 days, you're at 73.32. You're at 77.35. And that's the 10th. You've launched the 10th, 77.01. Hey.
And what's that high back there? Keep going. The high, yeah.
81.07.
Okay. Not that far?
No, it's not. It's not. If we get down to that low of March 8th, it was 73.32.
Right.
So.
Yep, 400 more points. We just did it. So do it again. We're there. And
we look at the NDX, and really the same setup in the NDX, right?
Yep.
73.45.
Yep.
77.60. We came off of 69. Look at that.
Yeah, same thing, about 400 points off that 69.40, and right up there, 400 points off that high.
We'll see if we can get it going, folks. It's dying on the vine, but the bottom line, it keeps crawling up there. There's no doubt. And there's no doubt that inside the NDX 100, it seems like, you know, one stock takes a break, the next one starts ramping up again. And out here, yeah, it was the chips that took us up.
Friday, right?
Yeah, and let's see what Marriott's doing. So what Marriott just come out with?
I think they've completed the integration of their Starwood. Let's see what else they got.
Okay, balance unit growth and capital returns. So they say they're going to give some money back.
Okay.
Stay right there, folks. We got Fast Market coming up next, and we get our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. Be back this afternoon. Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, Ben.
Go get him, folks.